This is the fantastic Anno 1800 game. If you've not played it before, you should definitely give it a go. I've played Anno for many years. This is the latest one, the Anno 1800, and it's fantastic. So let's go on. I'm going to show you how to set your settings at the beginning of the game. Obviously, it depends on what you're looking to do. So if we do a new game, now, I always go with Sandbox. Obviously, you can do the campaign as well, but if you go with Sandbox, you can choose it all yourself. It's entirely up to you which one you choose. So let's choose Sandbox and continue. More guidance if you need it. I'm going to do less guidance because I know how to play, so that's all fine. Now here you can choose your portrait. So choose what you want to look like in the game. I'm going to go with, I reckon, this guy here. And click on that. Here, choose your logo because the game is, although it's more like you're a country more than a company when you start playing the game, it's really that you're playing as a company. So I'm going to go with, I reckon that looks pretty cool. And I'm going to go with, I don't know, purple, blue, maybe light blue. I'm going to go with light blue. There we go, so that's that. You can get all these as well, loads of different ones, and continue. And then here, these are just additional content. I've already bought some additional content. I've got Seat of Power, Bright Harvest, and Lands of Lion. If we go into any of them in later games, I'll explain which bonds are which. Oh, no, go back, go back, go back. So I need to change the name here. So I'm going to put the name, I'm just going to call it how to play Anno. Yeah, I'll just leave it as that, how to play Anno. Continue. And then these, you can choose these. Choose alternatives for skins. I'll just leave it on that. There's these ones as well. You might not have all these options at the beginning if you've not played the game before, but as you go through, you get more options to choose from. Right, I'm going to go back one. Sorry, I'm messing around here. I'm just going to call this Millwood Corp. So that's Millwood Corporation, just call it that. And then continue. And then from here, you can choose either normal, and with normal, this is if you've just started playing out, maybe choose normal. Gives you much more starting capital than these here. You get high influence. Influence is important in Anno 1800, so that's a good benefit of using normal as well. Large worlds and islands. I'd always want large world and islands. Small worlds, islands, I've never really been into. You've got loads of minerals, high fertility, full construction refunds. So what that means, if you put a building down and decide you don't want it there, when you demolish it, you'll get your money back. And free building relocation. Not a fan on the relocating the building, but it's there. You've got advanced, all of them, expert. What I do though, I choose custom, and then you can set it how you want. So go on to custom and preset difficulty. It's on normal already. And random seed. You can find on Google, if you go on Google, you can find great seeds to work on. So I'll just do that. Starting island, I'm going to have large. Island size mainly large, which is fine. Difficulty normal for to see plenty, plenty, and I'm going to leave it on that as well. So go next. And then here you can choose your characters who you want to play against. They're the characters you've got so far. If you choose what these here is how hard they are to play against. So the 1-star, they're quite easy to play against. 2-star, obviously medium, and then these are much harder. Until you get used to playing the game, I really wouldn't recommend playing these. I've played a game against her. She's a right bag. She just goes to war with you all the time. And I played a war against her, and in the same game him, and in the same game her. She was on my side all the time. He went to war with me in the end. her. She was at war with me straight away. I got rid of her in the end, but I know how to play the game pretty well. So so if you're playing the game early on, and because I'm showing you how to play, I'm going to go with easy players. So
Oh, yes,
her,
pick me.
and we'll choose him
Only
as well.
purists call me.
And then she's also an easy player. So will we leave him on all that? No, we get a medium player as well. So if we choose him, is a bit annoying. Or we'll choose
Where's
him.
my ear trumpet?
Let's go with
I
him.
may well
He's
be
good.
the,
I
I
played
know
him
what it's
before.
like
He
to
didn't
have to
seem that
choose.
bad, but we'll
I
play
may
him.
well be the foremost visionary.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so then that's done. And then if you move over to the next one, and traders, you want to keep all your traders on. It's best to keep them on, and you can't either on or off. There's no other ones to choose, so I'll keep them on. If you want to make it difficult, you can have on the pirate, so you can either they're on average, off, average, or hard. This really depends. I think it depends on the type of players you're playing against. So if you're playing against easy players, it's not too bad having hard players. So what I'm going to do on this one is, no, I'll leave that as that. That's fine. And I'm going to turn these off because I want to show you how to play the game. And the reason why I'm turning them off is because eventually I'm going to have a war with this guy. I just know I will. If I had them all on easy and you wanted a bit of a challenge, then you could put them on as well to add a bit of extra challenge. And what they do, they have islands, but they don't sort of grow the same as the others. They just really want to take money off you to go to have peace, but then they go back at war with you and stuff. So it's up to you what you want to do. So in this game, I'm going to turn them off. Income, we'll leave as high because we want it easy to show you how to play. Inactive upkeep, that's fine. If enable, factories, farms and workshops will cost a certain upkeep even when their production is paused. So we'll leave that off. Construction full. Building relocation, we leave it on. City incidents, easy. Quest frequency, this is up to you. I personally find the quest frequency is an absolute pain. I can't stand them, they drive me nuts. But the thing is, if you do get a quest quest, it helps you get stuff maybe that you want. But for me, no thank you. Rare, don't want them. Influence, you want this high. Influence is really important in the game. When you're playing harder, obviously you want to do it, but just to get used to it, I'd leave it on the high so you don't have them problems at the beginning. And let's go ahead. So here, starting ships, you've got flagship. So what that will do, just give you a flagship, and all the other players will have flagships in the middle of the island, and then you have to go and choose the island that you want. Problem with that is when you're choosing an island, you need to know which ones to go for, and it's a race against time because all the others are going to be going for the good islands as well. So you can either do flagship, you can do none, and then you wouldn't have any and you would just start in a harbour. So you wouldn't have to mess about choosing your own island. Flagship, trade fleets. I generally use flagship, but on this occasion, I'm actually going to just let it choose. No, I'll leave it on flagship. But we will have to go quick. So start in harbour. Here is select whether or not you'd like to start an already settled island, and if so, what the status of that trading post storage should be. So put that on full. Starting capital large. Revealed map. This is up to you. I think the game's quite fun when the map isn't revealed because you only reveal the map as you go around the island. But because it's this is a training one, I'm going to put it on so the map is revealed. Okay. And conditions required, I'm going to leave that off. This is to win basically, but I quite like just playing the game constantly. So I'm going to leave them off. That's fine. And I'm going to start the game. So that's all my settings. That's really easy setups. And as you can see up here, the difficulty, that's obviously the easiest. That's the hardest. And we're here. So we're quite down the bottom. So let's start the game. Just waiting for it to load. quite quick. It's a great game, Anno 1800. Never played it, then you'll absolutely love it. I've played Anno 1404, which I absolutely loved. I played so many hours of that, and that was my favourite. And the Venice expansion pack as well. I've also played Anno 2070, which is also a great game. Okay, so here we are. So they've actually put us on an island, which is fine because you've not had to go out and choose it. The one thing you'll notice when you're on an island, I'll just turn it up. I don't know if the volume's loud enough. There we go. Hopefully you can hear that. Let me just turn the volume up a bit. There we go. So hopefully you can hear that all okay. So the one thing you will notice is down here, it's already given us an island, and that's your post there, trading post. Down here, you've got potatoes, you've got wheat, and you've got nitrate deposits, and you've got grape. I know already that's not going to be enough going forward in the future, but it's fine for now. Potatoes are important at the beginning of the game. So this is your trading post. One thing that I would say is it's never a good idea to start building your village here, because the trading post you can use to pick up goods, so you might as well make the most of it, because at the beginning of the game you've got to watch your money. You don't want to be blowing your money on things you don't need. So I always put things you need here and build your city more up here. This starting island it's put me on is not that great. It's okay, but it's nothing to worry about because I'll go out and get other islands at a later stage. So then what we need to do, what I would do first straight away, is you need wood. So build that to there like that. And build that up there. And then go to that wood, because you need wood to build a lot of the things at the beginning of the game, so you might as well get that done straight away. And you see there you got the 100%, that means it will build 100%, so that's fine. So put that there like that. Now if you went to put another one there, you see that you don't get the same percentage, 89. So you want to move it until they're both on 100%, and then put that down like that. And then they need a road, obviously, to get to your trading post. So just put a road there, one there as well, like that. So that's fine, but that's just actually chopping the wood. You need also one of these, the sawmill, and I'll put that in the middle there, so that will collect from both. You'll learn during the game how many of these you need, depending on how many of them you've got. At the moment, I'm just going to leave it on one, and hopefully that'll be fine. I'll show you later how you can check to see if that's all okay. So what I'm going to do for my houses, I want to start here right in the middle. So you need a market first. I'll zoom in. You can move the market if you press your comma key. It will turn it around like that. And I'm going to have it so it's in this direction like that, I think. No, I'm going to have it in that direction. Put it down. And then obviously you can move around with your mouse anyway. Just hold your mouse down and you can move around where you want it. So let's build. How you play and how you build is obviously going to be different, but this is the best way as far as I'm concerned, and this is how I've played it since Anno 1404. So I'd put a road all the way around your market, and then build a road there, build a road there. But you need a market, your houses need a market. Now that there, the reason why it's done that is because it's not linked to your trading post. So we'll just quickly do that now, like that, and then you'll see that will go. And then what we need to do is to put some houses down. So
You reached a new milestone.
There we go. How many you put is up to you. You can get what you've got to remember, although that's the market, so they've got to be able to get to the market. 4's enough. You can even go as far as 5, you can even go as far as 6, but I wouldn't go and build them right up here if that's your only market, because you'd find that the market's not close enough for them, so they won't be happy. Less happy they are, the less tax they pay, and loads of other things as well. So I'm going to leave it as that, I think. 5. No, I'll put 6. Remember, space is precious, so you don't want to waste space. So there we go, 6. Because also you've got to remember, if you have it too long, when you've got fire engines at a later stage, fire stations, they need to be able to get to a fire. You want the road so they can get through to them as well. So that's that. So if you now look at them,
Don't mind a bit foraging.
you'll see here they've got a market. This is their needs. So they've got a market, and that's the market there. Fish, they're going to need fish, but we need to have that farmers up to 50. So at the moment they don't need them. By the time we get 50 farmers, we're going to need fish. That's not going to be far off. And when we've got 100 farmers, we're going to need clothes. And for happiness, we're going to need schnapps, and we're going to need a pub. So we'll be doing all that.
She had bunions, silly horncoot. So
As
I
you could
says, keep your feet in health or you can't work. And your
turn her
sticky little
down a
hands will
bit
go
if she's a bit
hungry.
loud. So what you'll see here is the fish at the moment is padlocked because we've only got 40 farmers. As soon as it goes up to 50, we'll put some of them down. And obviously you need to put that up here on the front. What I'm going to do, I think, is add them all here. But then that may get in the way of that if I've got roads, so I'll put them here for now. So just waiting for that to get up to 50. Go. Just one for at the beginning, you don't need more than one. It does need a road to the actual trading post. That's fine. So the good thing about having these all down the front here, you don't need to have a separate warehouse because they're all close enough to this trading post to work. If you click on them, it will show you whether they're close enough.
Every care.
And as you can see, there's green. So if it's on green, that means it's close enough for it. And the same with that as well. You wouldn't really necessarily need to worry about that getting to here. And the reason why, they go to there. So the only one you really need to worry about reaching here is that one. So that one could be further up as long as it can reach that, which you can find out by there, and it will show with the green or not green. So that's building them. It's building your, and you can see up here you've got your timber 24. Timber's really important at the beginning of the game because without timber you're not going to be able to build houses, and it would just slow down your building. So if we do some more houses now, I'll show you what happens when you run out of timber. You don't want to go crazy at the beginning building as well, because when they start needing stuff, you'll know about it. So I like to have it quite identical. I'm a bit like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously you don't have to have it like this, but for me I think it's all about using up your space wisely. There you go. So we've got 1 timber. So if we tried to put down another house now, it wouldn't. It will put it as a blueprint, which is good, the blueprint, so you can still put them down, and once you've got enough timber,
a new milestone.
you can click on there and press on there for the blueprint. But for now I'm going to remove that. So just click on the demolish there. Just press your escape key if you get some apps in game. Right, so timber. Just going to move them because I don't want them anyway.
Competitors are now at war.
Okay, so competitors are at war. We don't need to be worried about this right now, but we can see who it is. Click on diplomacy down here. And who is at war? I can't see anyone at war. They're all at peace. Not too sure what it's talking about saying they're at war, unless I'm doing, yeah, sorry they are. I'm showing you the wrong way. So it's that here you need to click. So yes, it's these two are at war with each other. which is fine. If they're at war, they're keeping me out of it. Let them carry on. Far too early for us to be getting involved in war. We've got nothing to fight with apart from this boat here, this
Attention to
ship
the
here.
Admiral.
As you can see, it's already got timber and it's got some steel beams and it's got 10 weapons as well. Steel beams are really important, that 10, and the reason why, because that's the amount you need to build a trading post, and we do need another island. So at the moment we've got potatoes, wheat. We need, and you'll know this from playing the game more, here, down here, you can see the islands. That island's already been taken, that island's been taken, that island's been taken. I'm here, so it would make sense to keep my islands close. So I want the big ones, so it's out of this one here, and this one here. And now you choose to see what they've got. So this one's got potato, wheat, grain, red pepper, and grape. But when you go to the one I've already got, it's already got a lot of that. This one here, he's got potato. Yeah, that's perfect. That's the island I want because I want them and I want them for later and I want them. And that one doesn't have them, but it's got wheat, which is important. But my main island's got wheat as well, so it's not fine. So this is the one I want. So you need to find some shore. It's best to find a bigger shore because you need all your buildings on there. If I build it here, the only problem is you got to think I've got to go all the way around here, which is fine. But if I go to all them later, that'll be a problem. But we won't overthink it for now. I think that's going to be the best shore. And sometimes it's a race against time because other players might decide, computer players might decide they want the island as well. But yeah, that's definitely the shore I need to choose because as you can see here, you hardly have any space to put anything, and you need to put a lot of things at a later date. So this ship has got everything
Flagship
it
awaiting
needs.
instructions.
I'm going to go and take that island. So whilst he's doing that, now you've got to be careful that these two players, the blue one, that's an easy player. She won't really go for you for no reason. He's an easy player as well, but he's a bit of an annoying idiot. This middle player here, he's okay, but if you mess him about, he ain't going to like it. So you've got to be a bit careful at the beginning, especially when you've got nothing to actually protect yourself from any attack. So you want to try and stay on people's good side at the beginning. Right, so as you can see here, the timber's gone up there, but it's still too low. So what I'm going to do for now, you will change the way your island's set out as well at a later date when you need different things, and that's what's great about this game. It's nothing where it will never be set and then you'll leave it forever. As you advance through to the different types of people you can have, then you will need more. So at the moment I've put 3. I'm going to put one more as well. I'm going to put another one there. Build a road. So now we've got loads of them, but what you'll know is that you might have loads of them, but you're definitely going to have a problem of not having enough of these sawmills. And the way you can check that is these produce logs. So click on there and you can see there's 12 logs there, 13 there. That will go up. We've just put down 2 more. So this will start rising up there and this will stay down here. You don't want too many logs. You want these logs to be converted into timber. So you need to build another timber yard. I'm going to build that. See, obviously that's 95. That's because it's going into the place where the trees are being grown to cut. So I might put that there and that's fine. So we've got 2. So that's enough. They'll start growing. Obviously it will take time, but that will start growing how much we've got here. At the moment, we're not making any money. This minus 96, it's okay because we've got 72,000, but you don't want this to be happening for a long time. So how you sort that out is to make sure you're keeping your villagers happy. At the moment, we've got
Greener on the other
farmers.
side.
It's because they've got no clothes. That's the problem. We gave them the fish, but the schnapps they haven't got, and that pub they haven't got. So we can give them a pub hopefully straight away. So click on the pub, and I always put the pub next to the market, but you don't have to. You can do it how you want. I'm going to put it there. And there we go, that's it, we've given them a pub. So that will keep them happy. As I said about how the game will change so much in the future, at the moment farmers love pubs, but as you go further on and you get higher up civilization levels, they won't want pubs, they'll want theatres. But then as you get up even further than that, they won't want theatres, they want something else. So it's really good, but obviously you have different parts of your islands for different types of civilization. So that's your pub there. So close, that's what we need to sort out now. So what I'm going to do, there's not much room here for putting clothes. There is a bit, but not loads. When you think about where I want my people to be living, it's all going to be around here. So I think I'm going to choose here to build. Just trying to think best place. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to leave them. Maybe actually no, I'll put them here. Yeah. So what we need to do, first of all, that is going to be too far away. So we need to have some sheep farms. So I'm going to put that exactly there and put another one there. And then here it says how many they need, 0 or 3. So we need 3 for each. So 1, 2, 3. I know how to position these because I've played a lot before. You can position it how you want, but I think this is a good way to keep your space all good. So they're nowhere near that. As you can see, it's on green. They'd only be able to travel to there, and that's there. So because of that, you need a warehouse. So put in a warehouse, and we're going to put the warehouse, because that's where my villagers live. I don't want the warehouse too close to them. So I'm going to put it there. Not that there's a problem doing it, I just like to do it that way. Okay, so that's fine. So there we've got some sheep farms, and now we need a factory to produce the clothes. You'll always see that you'll most likely have more than one you need to produce clothes. So that produces the wool, and then you need the factory to change the wool into clothes. And there, again, it's up to you where you put this. You'd either put it right close to here, so they essentially just travel from there to there, just across the road, or you can have it much further away, as long as these here can visit a warehouse, and as long as this factory can visit a warehouse. So I'm going to put it there, right by the factory, at a warehouse. And I always tend to, you don't have to, but I put a road around the warehouse so it can go in all different directions. So that should sort out how much you need. Obviously how much you'll need is depending on how big your village is. That's why you shouldn't go over to the top at the moment. As you can see here, we're now losing money a lot more. And the reason for that is because the pub obviously costs money to run. And these all cost money to run. But yes, they're costing money at the moment. But as soon as they start getting that need, they'll start paying more tax. So we should see that changes soon. Right, let's go and have a look at that other ship, what was going to the other island. This is one thing with the game, you can get easily distracted. So be careful where you are. So I don't want that there, I want it a bit across. So let me move over slightly. I think there. Just click on it. There, as you can see, I was saying earlier, you need the steel beams. It takes 8 of them, 10 of them. Build that trading
Amazing you know what
post.
to do with them all.
That's it, that's all done. So for now, I can't do anything
Typical
here
unit rabbit, you.
until I've got
When my
some
board won't let me expand.
timber. There's already 40 there. I'm not going to bother concentrating on this island right now. All I've wanted to do is to let people know that this is my island, so it will stop other people taking the island. At the moment, I'm not interested in building on this island, so I'm going to take the wood back. So the way you do that is you click on your ship,
ready for orders.
click here to go to the transfer menu, and this will show you what's on the island. So we got that, definitely doesn't need that at the moment. The 2 girders it won't need, and I'm going to take back that wood. And I'm going to take that back to my main island. So there we go. You can change the name of the island as well if you want to. I'm just going to put that as capital. Not that it's a capital at the moment, but it will be in the future. Or I may end up thinking this is going to be better as a capital. But because we're the island you start on, that's usually the one. Yes, this has got quite a lot of space. You've got to look at everything they've got. They've got potatoes, which is great. So that's what you need to start off with villagers. You've got all these. This is important as well. Iron, it's only got 1, which is okay, but it's best to have more. Got enough coal. What's my main city like? My main city's got 3 iron, which is great. So this means when it gets to the industry side of things and I've got workers, I'll be able to take advantage of all that oil. So I think this will be my capital. Even though it's not massive, it's big enough. It's fine. This other island is big as well. So you can call them what you want. I'm just going to call this second city for now. Not very imaginative, but it's just to show you. And that's the capital. Right, so he's got back. He's pretty quick, this ship. And I'm going to put all of that now into the trading post like that. And there we go. That's done that. So doing that, you'll see that I've got more wood up here now. And you'll see here, look, the cost has gone down, but you've also got to bear in mind the cost is building this trading post will obviously cost us money. So anything you build and expand costs money. So at the beginning of the game, you don't want to go over the top. So it's still minus 106. We want to sort that out. So my hoping now these have got all the clothes
Right
they
here, I
need.
suppose?
Nearly as it's blue, it needs to be green to get them totally satisfied. When they're totally satisfied, this will go to 10, meaning there's 10, that's maximum people in that house. You can now move them to the next level. I'm not going to do that just yet because I want to first satisfy this need for luxury schnapps. Not that you have to, you can do it right now, but let's do that first. And this is why you need potatoes, and they take up a lot of space. So let's build here. And then schnapps needs potatoes, and then it needs a schnapps distillery. So first of all, let's put down a potato farm. This is much better than how it used to be in the older Annos. See here, it's got 72. You've got much more flexibility how you build it, as in you could just build it right down here to there, or you could just do that, and then you can build some there if you want to, like that. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Depends on where you are and how much space you've got. Because you've got space behind it, I'm going to click and build here. There we go. And that's 71. You can see there, 71, we need 72. Just build one more. And that's it. That's the build limit for that. And if you click on that, you'll see 54. That will go up to 100%. Put another one down. This here is oil. Oil's going to be really useful at a later stage, and it's great getting oil on an island in this area because this is just your main area for now. This is the old world, but you'll get to the new world, which is more like the Caribbean, which you need to get rum and stuff like that later in the game, but obviously that will be on later videos. So we've got them potatoes growing, and we now need to build a distillery for them. And I'm going to put them just there like that. You don't want to go overboard. If you build too many, then you're obviously going to remember this is just going to cost you loads of money here. So just be careful of that at the beginning of the game. Because that money's running, although we've got 66,000, it's going down. We want to sort that out, which we will do. And the reason how we're going to do it is Farmers don't give you much money. That's the problem. But even when they're happy with schnapps there, they've got a pub, they'll be happy with schnapps, still don't give you loads of money. So what we want to do, we want to turn some of these farmers now into workers. Click on one, as long as they're 100% satisfied, as you can see they are there. Satisfaction is through needs, not through happiness, but happiness, they pay more tax, so they're both important. So just click on there, and as you can see
You
now,
reached a new milestone.
we've now got to industrialization. And you can see we've got workers there. Totally different type of house. Totally different type of people. So we're
Honest
going to
work. That's all we ask.
do a few more upgrades. So see here, that's another way of upgrading. So instead of clicking on each house and clicking there, you can click there. And we'll just do that. You don't want to go overboard at the beginning, because these
Head,
workers will
what's
have
your
different
trick?
needs. And as you can see, he's not happy with us. Someone in competition, but forget
What
that.
vulgar
He's not happy.
showmanship.
That's a tad more scary, because he's the one who's medium player. So
A
if you,
competitor raised a settlement.
he might start wanting to go against you if you expand too quick. And that's the thing with this game. It's about diplomacy as well. There's a lot you've got to juggle. So I will build a few more. I'll turn all these to workers. So straight away, what you'll notice is our money is getting better, because these pay more tax, but at the same time you'll see they have more needs. Needs are dependent on how many you've got. So in the future, when you've got 150 workers, I hope we don't get 150 workers just yet. That's why you don't want to expand too quickly. They'll want bread, and they'll also want soap when you've got 300. When there's 750, they want schools. So at the moment, we're going to get them sausages. Happiness, again,
My folks
they'll
were
want a
farmers.
church when they get
Stink
to
of manure or
150,
stink of grease
and they
makes
want
no
beer when they
odds,
get to
as long as you're
500.
paid.
So it's all stuff you've got to juggle. So what we need to do is sort out the sausages. Right, here, insufficient workforce. Okay, I'm glad we've seen this. So what this means is you've expanded too quickly. We've now got 120 workers, but we haven't got enough farmers, and it's farmers who does this type of work. If you click on
We
them,
need more farm
you'll see it
hands.
needs farmers. So you've got two ways of doing it. You can either
It's all
downgrade
how
them
you're born,
by
isn't it?
clicking that, and that will make them go back to a farmer, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to build more of them. So let's build some more houses. As I said, this is why you need lots of wood. We've got wood, so that's fine. You don't want to be running out of wood at this time. So build some more villagers there. And do that there, like that. Okay, so that's going to more than be enough to cover these jobs. That would go soon. So we'll have enough jobs here. You've got -93. Where as people start moving into them new houses bought, you'll see that will even out. So that's fine. So that's another good reason not to expand. I'm glad that that happened, so I could show you, because you will make that mistake over and over again. It's fine, no problem. Right, so workers. So down here we've got the farmers. That's these. Now we've got the workers. There's a different tab down here for the workers and what they need. And also you've now got paved streets if you want to use paved streets, but for paved streets you need bricks. We've got no bricks because we need some of them. Can we get some of them? Yes, we can, because it uses clay, and this island has 2 clay deposits. That's all cool. So first of all, let's sort out this issue, because as soon as we sort out this issue, we'll start getting more money from the workers. As you can see, we're already in the positive though now, which is good. But this can change very quickly if you don't watch what you're doing. So let's build some pig farms. And I'm going to build these. I want to keep this space for when I need more of them. I'm going to build these here. So you can build these however you want, but I'm going to build them so you get the best out of your space. So build one like that. Click on it. It needs 5. So spin them with these around as well using the comma key. You don't want to use it like that. It's uneven. Spin it around. Put it like that. Put one like that. One like that. one like that, one like that, and there's 5. And then get another one, spin it around like that so he fits in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, that's a really good way of doing it, which is using all the space up. When you play the game at the beginning, if you've not watched how-to videos like this, you'll most likely do what I did and just have it all over the place, but it's best to try and keep it in order, really. So, small warehouse, will they get there? Let's have a look. They will actually get to that warehouse, which is fine. Problem you may find at a later stage, though, this warehouse will become overwhelmed with order deliveries and you'll have to upgrade the warehouse, but we're fine for now. So we've got that. We've got insufficient workforce, so it's taken a long time for us getting villagers, so we need more villagers, so let's get going. I think we'll be fine. We could leave it as that, and I think they'll be fine, but let's get some more in. But obviously, what you've got to remember... Oh shit, I've done that wrong. Let's demolish that. What you've got to remember is, the more you get in, the more they're going to use up. As in like clothing and stuff like that, so you might have to get some more clothes. So, put them in there like that. There we go. So let's have a look at a clothing situation. To look at the clothing situation, you can either click on a warehouse, and that will show you here. As you can see here, look, we've got loads and loads of wood, but no timber. What that is telling you is you've either got too many of them, but that's not what we want. We want loads of it. We haven't got enough of these. But it's also to do with this workforce shortage we've got. So let's build some more of them though, because 2 of them for 4 of them isn't enough. We need 1
Workforce
more.
shortage.
So I'm gonna put it there. Yeah, that's fine. So 1 more, that will sort that out. So you click on there. As you can see now, it's got that little mark there. Too many transporters, loading delayed. Not a major issue, but you can upgrade, but at the moment we can't, because to upgrade you can see there we need wood and we need bricks, so we'll sort that out. So what were we doing? I'll do this sometimes. I was doing right, so we've got these, yeah, we've got them, but we need a slaughterhouse now. And the slaughterhouse, as you can see, it's got a blue outline. That means it's not ready to be built, but that's fine. You can still build it for now. I'm going to put that there. And the reason we can't have it is we need bricks. So we basically need to get this sorted out before we can expand. So we need to find where we can find a clay pit. So to do that, just click on here and it will take you to the clay pit. There's 1, but we've got 2. Ah, that's good. So they're both close to each other. But where are they from there? So we need to get a road to them. So that's fine. What I'm going to do, all of this here is going to be for farming and stuff like that. And all this is going to be for my village. So let's sort out. Obviously, laying a road takes up your wood. At the moment, we've only got 19 timber, 23. So it's going up. So we might not have enough. Let's have a look. I'll do a straight road. Yep, fine. Oh, it hasn't taken up wood, sorry. That I'm thinking of the Caribbean. When we're in the Caribbean, the road does take up wood. In the old world, it takes money. Okay, right. We'll get to the Caribbean obviously in later games videos. So that's fine. That's that there. Construction blocks. That's cool. So we need to build the clay pit there. And then we need to build a brick factory next to it like that. Spin it around however you want it to look. There. They can take 2 of these. It might take a while at the beginning. And obviously at the beginning, it's up to you. You've got to think of your money. These will all take money. And they'll also need workers. So make sure you've got enough workers. If I put another one in here, it will tell you how much you need. It needs 25 workers, so that minus 25 workers. So we've got enough, so we can put that there. And you'll see that's gone down. And now they're miles away from a warehouse, so they need a warehouse as well. I'm going to put the warehouse right there. Yeah. So what we just saw pop up there is the newspaper.
To meet our patron is utterly humbling.
You
If
can
there
ignore him.
is
You can
anything I
edit
can
the
do,
newspaper
anything
if you want.
really,
So if
imagine it,
this
and
shows
we
that
can
this is
do
a good
it.
thing, it reduces the risk of riots. Rival war breaks out, no real impact on us. A new company takes root. That's because we took over a second island. So that's given us a plus. So you can either edit or publish. I leave it, generally speaking. If you do edit them, it can take up your influence. And there's now also an auto
I
publish, which is a
cannot
great
thank you
thing
enough
to
for
see
saving our
because this does do
publishing
your editing
house.
after a while,
Quite the
these
windfall. It's
articles, if I'm being
important
honest with
to
you.
be true to
So that's fine for now,
oneself.
though. So what we need to do now is, right, so we've got that set up. That's all cool. That's all being built.
It's a surprise inspection.
Just wait for that to build up. Warehouse is there, so that's all cool. So at the moment, look, we've got no bricks. We need to get that sorted. We need to wait for that to come. We've got 20 workers, so we need to be careful what we build. We need this slaughterhouse. We've got the pigs. We need the slaughterhouse and all this. We're doing all
I'll
this
boost to
so
that.
we can give our workers some sausages. So this is why you don't want to expand too quick, because if you expanded too quick and you went over 150, you'd also have to think you've got to give them bread, you've got to give them soap. So there's a lot to do all at once. You don't want to get too over the top at the beginning because it would just be a bit overwhelming. Just do it slowly and you know where you are. So, okay, so this game's been on now for 46 minutes. I think this might be the end of this video and we'll move on to the next one. I'll wait for a bit until we've got enough clay. So I'll wait until we've got enough clay bricks so we can build them and give them the sausages, and then that would be the end of video 1. Video 2 will obviously just continue straight on from where we are here, but we'll do that in a few minutes. If you like, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for future videos. As I said, I love Anno, all of them apart from 2205, which is great graphics but not very good gameplay. Anno 1800, fantastic game. I've played quite a few of these now, different maps, so we're going to go through this together and you'll be able to see all the different problems and all the great things about it as we go along. So here we go. So as you can see, it's still taking a while to get these bricks. We've got one at the moment. It's taking a while to do. Got a warehouse, that's all cool. We've got 2 of them. No problems with that, 100% working. It's just a case of waiting, really. This is why I brought all of this stuff back to this island, because we're using it. That other island at the moment is just sitting there empty. You could start on this if you wanted to. At the moment, obviously, there's no wood or anything like that. I don't need it at the moment, so I'm not going to waste my money on stuff I don't need right now. It's all about money at the beginning of the game. At the moment, look, we're on plus 110. That's not good. It's
My
better than
folks were
a
farmers.
negative balance,
Stink of manure,
but it's
stink
not.
of
It's
grease
not
makes no
amazing.
odds, as long as you pay.
So we've got enough farmers now. We've not got many workers. I think we could build some more workers. To build, you got to think about what it's going to use up. So if we have a look, you can't just build a worker's house either. That you can only upgrade the
We love
previous
you,
house.
readers.
So if you wanted more workers, you can't just build a builder's house there. It would have to start off as a farmer's house and then build it up. But you couldn't upgrade that straight away. If you drop that, it takes a while to upgrade it because you need to get all the people moving in and you need to make sure you've got all the stuff. So I'm going to upgrade a couple of these. The arrows will show you the ones you can upgrade. But upgrading is taking wood, which ain't a bad thing. You can see at the bottom right hand screen, upgrade costs forward. We've got 52.
A new milestone.
So new city status port town. That's fine, but what that will also mean, most likely, is that we need to start giving them more. If we have a quick look. Yeah, so the next thing they'll need is bread. So that would be in the next video though. At the moment, we've still got to sort out this sausage issue. We've got 5 bricks now, so we can build slaughterhouse. And that's it. Woo! So now we're going to have sausages for the workers. It'll take a while for them to build, obviously. They'll already have lots of pigs in store because we've had them there for a while. Well, not loads, but look, 13. So that's fine. That's enough for the amount of workers we've got. That's something you'll learn as you play the game more and more as well. It's a juggling act of knowing how much you need for what. So I think that's it now for this video. That's the basics. That's a good way of building your city and laying it out. As I says, build your village here, and it's best to use where your port is to use it for other stuff. This layout, I'm going to sort this out a bit later. For now, at the beginning, I needed lots of wood, but at a later stage, you'll need other buildings around here by your shore. It's all about changing it as you need it as you go along. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you liked, please like and subscribe to the channel for future videos, and thanks for watching.